Judgment here. We are in a game with Chuck, the Throwbar Bearer, and I started as a character at the beginning of April. Today's the 1st of May. There is my regular Wednesday night stream tonight. Before Chuck advances further through the game, I thought I would stop and show you the character he has become. He is halfway through Nightmare level, which makes him approximately halfway through completing all 3 levels. And by halfway I mean he's about to take on Travancarl and go for the High Council. We need to get Carlum's Flail and then go on to defeat Mephisto. Playing this character has really taken me back to the first time I played the game and the enjoyment I derived from playing a character through the game solo self-found. Since he's a Throwbar Bearer, it means that runewords and socket quests are unavailable for the weapons, and I've had to make do with whatever he could find along the way. He seems to have had an astonishingly good run, and I'll show you the gear that he has at the moment, and also some of the gear in the stash, and some of the gear I've had to get rid of just due to lack of space. So weapons at the moment are that Hurlbat, and that's one of the rare occasions I've used the formula upgrades a normal level rare weapon to an exceptional level rare weapon. That Harpoon, and both of these weapons are fast attack speed weapons. Probably the most important drop of all things was a co-rune. Now, when you were playing geared up Magic Find characters, it's debatable whether you'd even keep a co-rune if you found one, but this one dropped on the way down to the Countess in Nightmare level. Now, Nightmare level Countess can't drop a co-rune, so I was quite surprised to get one on the way down to see her. We have found a 3-socket light plate base and made the rune word Hustle, and so far this has been an excellent rune word, and my intention will be to try and take this character as far as possible through the game with approximately this gear. And the only upgrades I intend are to the weapons, the 2 rings and the helm. But I thought 65 run walk, 40 attack speed, hit recovery, small boost to resistances and 6 to evade, and even the boost to dexterity I thought were excellent stats for the highest rune being a co. The helm is a Tarn helm, not a good one, but +1 to all skills, 28 magic find. I was grateful to get it. I will show you some of the other amulets in a moment, but the amulets so far have been quite spectacular. That one was made with the Heraldric Cube formula of 6 different perfect gems and an amulet, and it produced that one there. It's bottom for resistances, but 96 to life I think is a adequate compensation. The 2 rings are a Nagel ring, one of 2 that he has found, and also that lifesteal dual resistance magic find ring, which leaves the other 3 parts, and at this moment I'm using 3 parts of the Saigon set: the gloves, the belt and the boots. And my intention at this stage is to try and play through the rest of the game, including Hell level, with those 3 pieces of gear. And I think it's an excellent set of statistics that goes with them. The gloves, 30 attack speed and 10 lifesteal. The belt, 20 to life, extra defense, fire resistance. The boots, 50 magic find with 3 items, 20 run walk and cold resistance of 40%. The charms, cold resistance, fire resistance, lightning resistance, a max damage attack rating charm, a poison damage charm, that will probably go, and the small charms are mostly just resistance charms, though I have a small cold damage charm. On switch we have a Staff of Teleportation. The mercenary had some trouble acquiring good gear, but he's well on his way now. He has insight and a poleaxe, and we got the 4 sockets in the poleaxe by using the Heraldric Cube formula of Ral Ammon Perfect Amethyst. We have found a Rock Fleece field plate with its 10% damage reduction, but probably the best part of the gear is that we found a Steel Skull, which gives him a bunch of different attributes well worth having in my opinion. Chuck is level 65, I'm sorry to say. That is probably grossly over-leveled, but I'll explain why in a moment. So enough strength to equip the gear, points in dexterity to equip the harpoon, nothing extra in energy, and some points into vitality. And you'll notice here that I have 101 stat points remaining. I'll explain the purpose of that in a moment. The advanced stats look like this. The combination of the Tarnhelm and the Saigon pieces, plus a couple of other pieces of magic find gear, gives us 114 magic find, but note the 70 attack speed, the 85 run walk, and the 13 lifesteal. For skills, I am trying to maximise 3 skills, but I've put 1 point into Howl, Shout, Taunt and Battle Cry. 1 point to Battle Command. I'm pushing to maximise Battle Orders. I would like to reserve a couple of points to get Defined Item, but not till Hell level. I've already maxed Throwing Mastery, 1 point of increased stamina, increased speed, Iron Skin, and 2 points into Natural Resistance. And for combat skills, Bash, Double Swing, working to maximise Double Throw. His resistances, well, he already has maximised Fire and Cold Resistance in Nightmare level, and he has decent resistances for lightning and poison. I'll show you the gear in the stash and you can see where I'm headed here. We have found a 4th piece of the Saigon set, and in fact we have found the entire Saigon set, and we have found the shield twice, but given I'm playing with double weapons, the shield's of no value. If we put that on there, okay, we get a boost to attack rating and a small boost to mana. At the moment I'm sticking with the Magic Find Helm, but that may go on in Hell level. Some of the other things that we have here include the Natalia boots. They will go on in Hell level, and again I may have to put up with the drop in Magic Find because I still get the 10% lifesteal, 30 attack speed just using the gloves and the belt. We have been carrying the Sanders boots for a long time. I probably won't use those in Hell level given that the Natalia boots have resistances and the same run walk. Though 100 attack rating, 5 strength, 10 dexterity, all of those things might be handy. I've found and used for quite some time the Osiris belt boot combination, but I have basically sold them because I didn't really have enough space in this single tab that I used. I have extended that a bit. So I'm keeping collections of other things here. There is Tal, Thul, Perfect Topaz to socket and armour, a few jewels for crafting, Hell Rune for desocketing purposes. I have here the runes for Ral to Tal Soul because we found a white poleaxe and again got fortunate with the roll for sockets and got 4. That will go towards insight. There is Ammon El Ith to Soul for Honour if we happen to get an excellent 5 socket base, though I think insight will always exceed it. A number of perfect gems. In the runs through Lower Kurast we found a chromatic circlet, all resistances 30. That will probably go on in Hell level in place of the Tarnhelm, but the amulets by and large have been excellent. There's a 28 magic find amulet which I may use for boss kills or safer areas. That one was a drop out of Lower Kurast. 10 to dexterity, all resistances 20, I think is almost a match for that. Boosting the attack rating for 96 life, may also a small boost in resistances, may be worth it. And we found the Mahimote Curio, which I've always wanted to use, but once I generated the amulet that is currently carrying, I have stuck with that one by and large, but it may still be useful. The rings, lifesteal, dual res. There's a quad res ring with 10 magic find. There's one with attack rating, strength, little bit of resistance, some magic find. That one there, and somewhere around here, unless I've passed it off. Oh yes, the first of 2 nasal rings that he has found. At the moment I'm favouring the magic find one, but we may boost the attack rating a small amount in Hell level with that one. We have a cold resistance charm which I probably won't use because he's found a stack of cold resistance gear already. 3% magic find, a poison charm, a lightning charm, and it's the lightning resistance that needs boosting. I'll explain why I have 101 stat points remaining. I often do this when I'm playing characters through the game. Usually I'm reasonably settled on the build I would like to play, but I don't know what gear I would find along the way, so I have kept those 101 stat points in reserve, and I'll show you why. Elite level items start to drop in Nightmare level, and here's a Hyperion Javelin. It requires, as you can see there, 123 dexterity and 98 strength. Had I put all my points, say, into vitality, I wouldn't be able to use that javelin. Neither of these two items contribute to either strength or dexterity. I need to put in another 28 points of strength and another 5 points of dexterity to equip that javelin. And because I've saved the stat points, I have those there, and that's the reason why I do that. My intention with that javelin is to possibly use it for the normal level imbue. I have used the Nightmare level one, which did not produce all that much, but I'd probably prefer to save that for something like a winged axe. I have broken my normal rule to some extent. When I normally play a character through the game, I only use one tab. What I'm doing here is I'm playing Chuck until this tab and this one are full of low-level useful things, and then I do my normal housekeeping to get rid of those. I've also extended into this other tab where I have Ammon, Ort, Sapphire to raise a normal level rare weapon to an exceptional level rare weapon, and I may do it on that one there. I've also kept some chip gems to roll throwing axes, though I think the item level this produces will be too low to produce good suffixes and prefixes, and I've kept that charm there, but I don't think much of this will be of any value unless I can get a really good, rare, normal level weapon. Now I think his gear at this stage is pretty reasonable, and I'm going to show you how I got it. We're going to do just a couple of lower Kurast runs. We're in players 7, and I alternated between normal and Nightmare level, so he has a good level lower Kurast map. We give our 3 shouts there, we put the map on, and this map didn't take too many tries to get. Right, there's a unique Doomate group. We'll have a go at that one. The trouble is they run away just before they're about to die. That one is going to run away. We're going to chase that one down, in fact. And there's another one. There's a unique group of Zachariamites. The trouble is they're inclined to run away as well. I've got the unique Doomate down. Extra fast doesn't suit us, but we got it. Right, there's a rare throwing spear. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Now the things you can find, the Natalia boots dropped off that armour stand. There's a set of white mesh boots. We open up the chests and we are in Players 7 mode. There is a glaive. We're not particularly interested in that. Nothing much there. We ignore the normal groups. That one's a minion. That one's a minion. We come up to the chest here and we're looking for Spiculum. We're not particularly interested. It's a slow attack speed base. Have a quick check to see if that's unique. Okay, we'll just avoid them. And we open the chest and see what's on the armour stand. This armour stand does seem to drop barbarian helms. We're going to just exit this manually, I think. Given the helms I've already got, I don't think it'll surpass anything I already have. Alright, let's have a look at this throwing spear. I like the cold damage. The percentage damage, so that one's 143. That's it for Chuck the Throw Barbarian, halfway through Nightmare level, and I'll put out another video, hopefully when he finishes Hell level, and hopefully without any deaths.